What's up, collectors and pop culture fanatics? Welcome back to the channel for another video about Mythic Legions. You can't see them, they're out of frame. But if you watched the last video, you saw my little rant about the Mythic Legions figures. Well, today, the trade that I talked about in my last video happened. These are the two there's the other one down there, gigantic boxes for 15 pounds total in figures in a trade. So I've already basically taken all the bubble wrap and everything out of this, so it's easy to go through the video with. But this is what I traded, and this is what I received on my end of the deal. So, to begin with the smaller, yet not so small box. Some of these names I still don't know, but I will try to not butcher them too badly. The Furious 4 Legion Con 2022 double pack, or Cinco pack, whatever you want to call it. Technically you can make 5 figures with this, but there's only 2 bodies. So there's that one. That's the second one that I've got of that. The last set that I got from a guy, he was selling it a little bit cheaper, so I happened to snag it at a pretty decent price, and this one came in the trade obviously, so not too bad. And then the 2 other things in this box are 2 horses. I do not know the names of these, to be completely transparent. I have no idea. This is Atheon. Hope I'm not saying that too crazy. Yeah, all of these, if you hear a little wobble, all of these were unpackaged on his shelf, but still a great trade. So this guy, which will go with my flamey guy up there, I'm still just in November got into Mythic Legions again. I don't know all the names, I'll get there. And then we've got Phobos, that one, which is really cool. I don't have the vampire lady that goes with this, but I'm hoping to at some point get her. I had the opportunity to get her at one time at a show, which was back in November when I got into these. I just unfortunately did not pull the trigger because I like the moose a lot better, and I'm really not sad about that because the moose is freaking sick. That's box number 1. Now we get into the heavy hitting stuff in box numero dos, where I've got all single figures, but this counts as 2. Now I said I was getting 12 in the trade. That's obviously 2 figures. So that's 4 total there that I opened. Excuse me. So there should be 8 more. Well, we'll see because of the 2-pack. I don't know. Okay. Ooh. Wow, there's so many nice things in here! Okay. First that I pulled out, Sir Owen. Very cool looking knight. I've seen this a couple times. I've wanted to grab it. 75-ish, 60 to 75 bucks. So I didn't pull the trigger yet. Thankfully, got him in a trade, so I don't really have to worry much about getting that. Tobias. I've been saying Tobias. Hopefully it's not Tibius, which sounds a little strange, but Tobias, I'm assuming. Very sick looking skeleton. I have 4 or 5 of them up there, and then the Furious 4 will be another one added to that because of the skull head and the warrior set there. Awesome. Okay. Warrior, which is a I don't know if it's like a super heavy hitting figure, but it is definitely one that I've seen a lot of people go, damn, I really want that. So thankfully I happened to get him. It is a very, very cool looking, like, a boar's head and a knight or a dwarf type body. He's got hooves, a big hammer, pauldrons, and I'm not exactly sure what else is in this package because I've never really looked too much into this figure, just because the first time I saw it I was like, nah, it's out of my price range. I think it's 100 or more. Very cool. Technically, I guess you could do a knight or a dwarf with him. He's a little shorter like the dwarves are, but I think I'm going to put him with the knights because he does kind of have like knight's armor and a crazy looking helmet sculpted onto the body of the figure, so that's cool. Hellfire Goblin, which is one that I didn't know that I wanted until literally just now when I pulled it out of the box. And dude, this one is really cool. This thing is so sick. And I think it looks like this is one of the few that come with extra hands. And it looks like he has an extra head. Does he have an extra head in there? Oh, dude, he does! What? Okay. I like it even more now. This is so exciting. Okay. I'm gonna pull a couple of these out and just kind of show you guys like outside of the box. So moving on, Vorthog, I think I'm saying that right. This guy is pretty stinking awesome looking. He is an orc of some sort. Giant sword, giant hammer, just like Warrior has. And I think that is a super sick looking figure. I have this thing with the gladiators and the knights because the muscular build to them I think is very cool. Now some of them, I'm like, the skeletons, cool, they're skeletons, they're in knight's armor, but most of them have exposed bones like femurs and forearms. So, forearms, I don't know what that bone is right in that region. If you're a doctor, comment what that is. I don't know. But some of them, like, I don't know which one to pick out right now for this example, honestly, but I guess Magnus, for example, he's like fully armored, but then he has a head sculpt, and I appreciate that, but I don't want to nitpick on the figure. It's a really badass looking character, but it's like there's no muscular build to him like the barbarian and most of the barbarians, but some of the knights have like exposed arms. I don't know, I just really like that. Like this guy, the Gladiator Legion builder, this is one that I've painted. It doesn't come out of the box like this, but this is like a super, I don't know, just a really cool looking figure. So, anyways, moving on. That one's pretty sick. I really like that. Before I get to the two heaviest hitting, I'm going to point this one out. This one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is fairly new. Yes, 2022. It's so exciting. Krampus, or Krampus, if you're from Britain. You say it's Krampus, not Krampus. You old twan. This is a really cool looking figure. Look at that. Oh wait, it's gonna fall out of the... It's all that... What? Is that a background? Dude, that's a backdrop to the figure. What are you talking about right now? That's sick! Dude, okay, that's just... I mean, that's so creative. Like, so I do my own dioramas and bases and backdrops and everything, but having something like this right off the rip, right out of the box, like Four Horsemen, you're doing something that's awesome. And I really appreciate it, okay? This guy, I don't know how well you can see with the glare there, but it is Krampus, or Krampus. Very cool looking. Looks as if he got extra hands, and his tail is massive, obviously. He's got the hooves. Looks like he's got a couple accessories in there, like some bells. I don't know exactly what the bells are for. Maybe Krampus has bells around his neck or something? Like a necklace? I don't know. But I'm very excited about that one. Can't wait to get it out. And then, of course, when Christmas hits next year, this guy's going displayed in the living room. Why not? So now I need to get Santa Claus because they came out with a... I don't really know. It's Father Christmas, I think. See, I got Krampus. So, what? Like, I gotta... Obviously, I need Santa. Old Saint Nick. But I think it's going upwards of 100 or a little over maybe. But to be honest, I have so many figures now. If there's one that I'm kind of like, maybe I could do like trade or trade in cash, something like that. Alright, so the last two in here are probably the biggest. Maybe not the biggest, but like the most expensive. So this is Wave 1 Gideon, Sir Gideon, and this is really cool because I didn't realize that this is the exact same figure except updated a little bit different that I literally just ordered from Four Horsemen's website for later on this year. They have, I can put up some pictures maybe and show you guys, but there's like a horse for Gideon that's like super cool looking, all decked out in all this armor and cloth. And then I didn't know that his face plate actually came up to expose his face on this one. I thought it was just a helmet, and I figured that's probably why they remade it, to kind of like expose the head sculpt more. But no, I don't think so. I think that the new one just comes with the whole head sculpt and then an additional helmet, which is very cool. I think I ordered 3 knights and the horse from this new wave just due to pricing. They're not too expensive. It's just when you get into ordering the horse for around like 80 bucks or whatever it was, 60 something like that, and then each figure is like 40. It's taxes and shipping and everything. It gets a little up there. So there's that one. And last but not least, even if I did have the name on this one, I couldn't read it because it's the wrong box, but that's okay. This is... Yeah, see, this is the wrong... Excuse me. This is the wrong box for this guy, but I was told... Oh, Gideon, the reason I go back to that, he's around 250, 300-ish, I think, is what I've been told. So that's pretty... that's pretty intense. And then this one is a really cool looking one, and the reason that I had to ask the Mythic Legions Cabal on Facebook about this one, because I had seen it before and I really liked it, but then I saw a price tag on it of around like 250, 280, something like that, and I said, no, I can't do that. So it's this guy. If you know the name of this one, please comment below. I have looked it up before, but I really cannot remember. And right now, this is the box that he has. I'm assuming it's probably just, what is this called? The paper or cardboard around it, the cardboard backing and the bubble for that figure, because the inside plastic mold for this guy, it fits him perfect, and I highly doubt the skeleton... scapular, probably butchering this so bad. Scapular, the crypt breaker? That's gnarly. I have seen that one, and if I'm not mistaken, that's like a $300 figure. I just saw somebody post one for like $300, I'm pretty sure. If that's the one I'm thinking of, that's a heavy hitter, so this guy might want his box back. Or I'll just end up buying or trading for the rest of his stuff, because he has... I think he's got like 3 or 4 more half giants to sell, 2 trolls, and a couple of odds and ends guys like this that are... I don't think any of them are crazy money, but they're at the very least like 50, 60 bucks. So, that being said, that's the whole haul. I've got 4 of them right now that I opened and out of the box. Oh my god, dude! Mythic Legions are so gnarly, man. I'm gonna go from, out of these 4, I'm gonna go from my least favorite to my favorite, okay? Surprisingly, this may be for anybody who knows Mythics, has them, maybe you have these figures, maybe you're watching thinking like, there's no way. This is the order that these 4 are in. This guy's first as my least favorite, but keep in mind, not my least favorite figure overall by any means. Very, very unique. Very, very freaking sick looking. The armor is amazing. I absolutely love this guy. I'm going to bring this a little closer so maybe we can get some more light on that. But, phone's going off over there. But this guy, oh, dude, amazing, all right? Then, the next 2 are kind of hard. There's 2 that I was looking at that I was kind of trying to figure out what my favorites are, and due to scale, I think this would be my 3rd favorite. Oh man, just look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Amazing. And holy accessories with this guy. This has to be some sort of deluxe figure. I'm assuming because he literally had everything. I'm very happy with this. I mean, the sword alone is... Get out of my face. The sword alone is so sick. And it's very unique. It's like... I've got like maybe 30... maybe not quite 30, but probably close to 30 Mythics now. And this is the only sword that I've seen like that. So very unique. I have seen the hammer before, but not with this paint design. So I think this shield may be unique as well. I feel like there was another figure that kind of sort of had this shield, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. The shield alone is just exquisite. Okay. So, second favorite over these 4 is going to be this dude. The only issue I found with him is he's got a couple of slightly loose joints, nothing crazy, but posing shouldn't be an issue with that. Again, I've seen the axe before. He does have a double-sided, but I wanted the one-sided axe. The shield is not unique. The design is. The body is very unique due to the fact that none of the other ones I've seen have the animal type hair built into the torso. So this really gives you the bull vibes. And he's got like posable horns here. I do like them like that, but I just put them up and out of the way of the face so you can see a little better. Last but not least, by any means, actually I'm going in reverse, so it is the best one so far. One that I did not think that I would like anywhere near as much as I like. So this is how the trade happened before I get into this guy. The trade happened by me posting on the Storm Collectibles Facebook page that somebody had a Goro they were selling for like $400 or something. And I was like, damn, if I can get 400, I would sell mine. Well, this guy messaged me and said, hey, you have a Goro to sell, because I said I would sell it or trade for Mythic Legions. And he messaged me completely on a whim. Thank you so much for doing that, by the way. He's like, I have, he sent me pictures. I have Mythics if you're looking for trades. Yeah. See, he's got the IKEA Detolfs, and he had them all just displayed in his Detolfs. And he still has, like, almost 20 figures that I still want. If he's getting out of Mythics, I want to try and get them all. Because whatever I don't keep, which out of this lot, I'm keeping everything. The only thing that I've looked at that I'm like, maybe I could go without is the horses. But if I did trade or sell those, it would be to get regular horses so that I could have my knights on them. The regular horses being the brown or white horses, not the ones with like the fire or the bat wings and all that. But anyways, he messaged me, sent me pictures. We worked out a deal. So that's how that worked. And like you saw before, you got Goro, Cyrax, and Baraka that I traded for all of these. Now, to be completely transparent, Goro is going for anywhere between $300 to $400. Baraka is usually around 200, give or take, and Cyrax was around 150, give or take. So roughly $600 to $650 worth of figures, but it was an amazing trade. I think if that's what, this is what I was saying before, if you trade, it's not really about the dollar value, it's about what you want and what you like. Now, obviously, this is quality and quantity for my side of the deal, just due to the simple fact that I got so many figures, and it's a great running jumpstart into Mythic Legions since November when I started. I had, if you guys saw the Retro ToyCon video, I had a pretty decent amount to start with just due to trades. I think I started with 6, and then I bought maybe 4 at the convention, but moving on from that has really been easy to amp the collection up more than I've ever done. This is probably the most I've jumped into anything, excuse me, since since I've started collecting. And my wife always tells me like I have an well, maybe not always, but I've been told that I have an addictive personality due to the fact that I'll buy something and I want to just like really jump into it and buy a lot more. But this is the first time in my collecting background that I have bought more than I needed. I just keep buying and trading and selling and all that. And this is the first time that I haven't felt guilty or bad or mad at myself for doing it. And I'm not exactly sure what that is, but the only way that I could explain it, and I said this on the Mythic Legions Cabal group on Facebook, that it's not nostalgic to have these figures. Now, when we're younger, obviously, knights and orcs and warriors and all that, depending on your age, we had like little castles. I'm 30, so we had like little cartoon castles with cartoon knights, and the articulation was like, this. I don't even know if the head moved, honestly. But things like that. But Power Rangers, you can't have Tommy and Billy without having Kimberly and the rest. And you can't give Billy's size to Tommy because Tommy's supposed to have his flute knife, right? I can't remember what it's called, but that thing. Dragon Zords! You can't give that to Billy, and you can't give Kimberly's bow to anybody else. It just doesn't make sense. That's not how they are supposed to look. That's not how they're... that's just not cool, right? I mean, it's... creative freedom on whatever you get, but to be completely honest, I wouldn't do that because it doesn't make sense. That's not what I grew up on. I saw it that way. Leonardo, for example, I've got the TMNT NECA figures up here. Leonardo, for example, has swords. Donatello has a staff, right? You can't give his staff to Raphael and give the size over to Leo and give the swords to Michelangelo. It doesn't make sense because those are not the weapons they use. You can't put them in like some weird poses, right? I mean, you could, but it wouldn't make sense. Mythic Legions have no nostalgic value in my mind. So in that sense, I can do whatever the hell I want with these. This is my world. If I want orcs with the bull guy, and then with the dude that has the boar head, the warrior, and then I wanted some skeletons up with some elves and some orcs with some dwarves. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. This is literally your world. This is like Lord of the Rings. That's the only like thing that I can go back to, but these are not Lord of the Rings figures. These are just kind of in the same lore. Yes, orcs usually run with orcs. Yes, dwarves usually run with dwarves, but even like you saw in Lord of the Rings, they all band together to get rid of the one ring to rule them all. Super nerd moment. I don't care. If you're here for it, clap along if you feel that you're here for it. I don't care. It's I'm beginning to be so passionate about this, and I jumped out of collecting one line for a long time because I couldn't find that one thing that really called to me. And Mythic Legions, right now, they're making me feel like I want to feel when I collect. I want to feel good about what I buy or sell or trade. I want to enjoy the figures that I have, whether they're up there or I'm messing with them or they're in the box on the wall. It doesn't matter. That to me is important as a collector. And I've said this last video, Hot Toys are getting very pricey. I absolutely love them, but again, I don't want to pick up a Hot Toys figure and just completely turn it into a contortionist to get the right pose. Good Lord, my phone is going crazy. To get the right poses, you know, like you get a good pose on a Hot Toy and like you're good. You want to leave it there for a while for, you know, John Wick and Frank Castle, for example. And again, these two don't belong together, but since I only have those two from those lines, it kind of makes, like, I could see those two worlds crossing, but I'm not going to put Captain Vaughn with Frank Castle and then Din Djarin with Tony Stark. Like, it doesn't matter. I put Grogu on Tony's table, but that was just for funsies. Anyways, if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. If not, I apologize for not making it a little more understandable. But if you can't tell, I'm feeling very passionate about these. It's not just because I got a huge haul today. It's been since November. I've really felt like these are it for me. Like Mythic Legions and Hot Toys, that's all I want anymore. I am selling so many action figures to fund these two companies or these two collections, I guess. So if you're into Black Series, Pop Funkos, Marvel, DC, anything really, if you're into that kind of stuff and you're looking for some more, feel free to message me or DM me. I have plenty to get rid of. If that's what you're passionate about and that's what you're collecting, that's what you're after, I've got some to go. Last but not least, this has got to be my favorite figure overall so far, which you might find crazy, but dude, I absolutely love it. It's crazy. What I'm gonna do, so you can see this better, didn't even think about this before, I'm gonna put a little light right here. Oh my god, dude, you can see that so much better. Wow, I should have done this before, sorry. Anyways, ready? The Hellfire Goblin. Holy crap, this thing. Not only is he extremely posable, his accessories are insane. He is the most unique out of all of them that I have seen. Yes, I have more skeletons. I've got more gladiators and knights and like odds and ends types of characters, but the Hellfire Goblin, honestly, if these guys aren't too much, I'd say within the $60 range. Hopefully that's where they're at, because I want more of them. I want like 6 of these because, dude, holy shit, these are so cool. All right, so this one I want to elaborate a little on because I like it so much. First of all, the headpiece comes off to expose. This is the sculpt, right? This is the headpiece. Very detailed, super cool looking. It's almost like a dragon scale of some sort, or like a, I mean, yeah, probably dragon or alligator, something like that. But you also get, I won't go through every piece, but extra hands and tongue. So if you look at this little piece right here, that little knob, you can see his tongue inside of his mouth right there. It pops out and this guy goes straight in. It's not super tight, it's not super loose, it feels like it sits in place perfectly. Not only that, But, oh, you don't want your Hellfire Goblin screaming all about? Well, guess what? You got calm little Goblin here. Not many of these come with extra head sculpts as far as the single packs go, like, like these. Hardly any of them that I've noticed come with an extra head sculpt, let alone, you know, extra tongues or accessories like that. And he comes with his sword, his arrows, his shoulder pauldrons, which I put those on, extra hands, and, or maybe it's just one extra hand, but still, I mean, holy crap, like, that's, for the price point that they sold this guy at, which was probably about 45 to 50 bucks to begin with, the articulation, the paint, the sculpt, the accessories, Mythic Legions is literally #1 quality for the price. 110%, and it's not just because of the Hellfire Goblin. It's because of literally every figure that I've gotten from them, from that company, has been absolute fire. Not a single one has made me go, oh, you know, I might sell that later. It sucks. It really sucks, honestly, because every one that I'm finding in my collection, that I'm getting in the mail or at a store or something, I'm like, yeah, and I get it out and I put it on display. Not a single one have I been like, yeah, I could probably get rid of that and be happy. No, they're all like, I'm keeping that. I'm holding on to that one. Dude, the Hellfire Goblin is just absolutely incredible. Okay, I'm going to show you these guys again real quick while I've got the better lighting. Super sick. Now, I did see this is a little bit of a reissue. Well, this is probably the first one, or maybe it's, I don't know. But reissue is in the unknown one, which if you want the unknown one, the standard version, not the Legion Con exclusive, it goes on sale this Saturday at 12 Eastern Standard, 12 p.m. So it's going to be $45 with taxes and shipping, probably be about 55-ish or under that. So if you want that, go for it. But that was used in the Unknown Ones pack. I got the Legion Con exclusive one, and it just basically it just had the skull, the red skull it came with. That was really the only addition to that set. Oh, and the cloth, the soft goods cloth, which a lot of people have lost or like ripped or something. I'm not using mine for future sale purposes if I decide to do that, because it will be worth more money if you have the skull head and the soft goods cloth. So this guy is still so sick. I love it. The detailing on this armor right away, and speaking of soft goods, he does have that piece that wraps around. I don't know how well you can see it there, but it does come around to the front. And again, look at that sword. So cool. Guys, that's about it. I know this was a longer video. I kind of went on a rant there, but filling the appreciation tonight. And I would like to give a huge shout out to the guy that had sent me this stuff. I think that there's few and far between where you find somebody that is this honest, trustworthy, friendly, responsive, respectful, negotiable. Andy, if you're watching, which I hope you are, man, because this video wouldn't have been possible without you. Thank you so much for all of this. I'm so beyond grateful for this trade. Again, not only were you responsive, you're the one that reached out, and I really appreciate that. You were trustworthy, and I know, and I recommend this to anyone who's looking to do trades, especially online. Ask for recommendations. Andy's recommendations on the Storm Collectibles page was just, and there's one more to add to it. The packaging was amazing. He was super nice the whole time. I've never had a transaction that went this smoothly in a trade, and I really hope that you enjoy your Goro and Cyrax and Baraka as much as I did when I first got them. I really hope that you enjoy the Storm Collectibles stuff. I still have Sector for you if you want to do a little more trading. Now, I don't know about the ninjas, because he's trying to get the ninjas from me, and I don't know, man. Those are still some that I look at, and even my wife was like, oh, come on, you love those. And I'm like, I know, but Mythic Legions. But she kind of talked me out of it a little bit, because those are the only ones that I still go to more often than not, and like kind of mess with and pose and just like, karate kick! You know, so I really enjoy that. Again, Andy, I'm so thankful. I can't express it enough. And I can go on for another hour talking about how grateful I am for you making this possible. And like I said, the video wouldn't have been done without you, without your help doing this. So thank you so much. I've got a mess to clean up here. I've got a bunch of figures to pose. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support. And if you've watched to the end, let's do, I know my dude Josh Pench excuse me, I'm saying a lot of words here. My guy Josh Pence, when he's running his channel on YouTube, he would do something at the end where if you watched until the very end of the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribed if you're not subscribed, and also there's a little question in there. Let's go, what is your favorite Mythic Legions? I think I did this last video, but I'm wanting to know more. What is your favorite Mythic Legion figure if you don't collect Mythics? Take a gander, maybe what I've shown you guys today. What was your favorite out of the bunch? If you don't know the names like I don't, just go, I don't know, the bull guy, or the green guy, or the guy with the head that looks like a boar. I don't know. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Again, thank you, Andy. 4 Horsemen, amazing figures. Tune in next time. I think next time I'll have probably a toy hunt video is my next one that I'm planning on doing. We're probably going to take a trip to Ohio, so we might see some toy department. Josh recommended these places, and I'm going to go check them out while I'm in Ohio. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time.